Okay, so this white American guy and his wife go to Bali together. He's doing anthropological work. I guess she is too. We never really find out what she's up to. When he gets there, all the locals ignore him, which is weird because that's not normally what happens when he goes to Indonesia and Morocco. Wait, Morocco? What? He just can't believe that these people who've never even met him before don't want to come gush over him and his wife. Is he invisible? Is he even real? Oh my god, maybe he's not even real. I can't believe all these formerly Dutch colonized people are wary of a white guy. It's crazy. So anyway, this guy and his wife go to a cockfight held by the locals to raise some money for a school. I guess they were having a good time, I don't know, but then these police show up and everyone goes everywhere because cockfighting's actually illegal and these police have machine guns and they aren't afraid to use them. So anthropologist guy and his wife, in their panic, followed this local guy accidentally into his house, and when the police show up, this guy's wife is like, screw off, this guy's an American anthropologist writing a book and he had nothing to do with the cockfight, which totally saves their skins. After this, the villagers don't ignore the guy and his wife anymore because they're one of them now or something. They show their acceptance of the anthropologists by affectionately teasing them, which, did you know, is exclusively a Balinese thing, apparently? Now this guy is fascinated with cockfighting and decides he has to observe and write about it as much as possible. Cocks are pretty much one of the only animals in Balinese culture that aren't considered demons, and they're pretty much inseparable from masculinity. Pretty much everything related to men is associated with cocks. Yes, really. And this guy's landlord says everyone in the village is all cock crazy. Yes, really. So some guys will bring their cocks to wherever the cockfight is and figure out which two are a good match. Then a specialist ties some spurs to their legs and they fight, and whichever one doesn't die wins. On the side are a bunch of guys yelling bets to each other. The men whose cocks are fighting have a bet, but all of the spectators also have bets. I'll admit, I don't really understand how all this shortening/lengthening the odds thing that he talks about works because we didn't cover gambling in high school statistics class, but basically eventually two guys will pair up with one betting on the underdog and the other one betting on the favorite. Now here's the kicker. Cockfighting is art. Not an art. Art. At least according to this guy. His reasoning is that, oh look, I can come up with ways of how cockfighting is an allegory of the Balinese social hierarchy. That means it's a way of physically representing an abstract concept. That means it's art. Like, okay man, I'm sure I could compare sleeping to art too, but that doesn't mean it's art. Also, you're forgetting the fact that when visual artists, musicians, and playwrights make their work, they're intentionally literalizing an abstract concept, which I doubt the Balinese do. Also, you didn't ask the Balinese to back up your conclusions on cockfighting, or maybe you did, but you didn't give them credit for it, so I have to assume that this is all coming from your head. In conclusion, I don't know enough about Balinese culture to refute what this guy is saying, but I also know he's an American white guy in an underdeveloped country in the 1950s, so there's probably some colonialism going on here, you know what I mean?